Ladies and gentlemen, today we speak of a man whose story could have been written only in America. A story of ambition, resilience, and relentless belief in one's own destiny. That man is Donald John Trump, the 45th and 47th President of the United States, a leader whose life embodies both the promise and the power of the American dream. Donald Trump was born on June 14, 1946, in the borough of Queens, New York City, the fourth of 5 children in a family led by Fred and Mary Trump. His father, a self-made builder, taught him that success was earned through grit, hard work, and bold vision. His mother, an immigrant from Scotland, instilled in him discipline, loyalty, and faith. From a young age, Trump was never one to blend in. He thought big, spoke boldly, and dreamed beyond the skyline of New York. At the New York Military Academy, he learned discipline and leadership, traits that would one day define his political identity. After graduating from the Wharton School of Business at the University of Pennsylvania, he entered his father's real estate business and within years transformed it into a global empire. By his 30s, the name Trump was no longer just a surname. It was a brand, a symbol of success, luxury, and defiance. From the towering Trump Tower in Manhattan to his ventures in Atlantic City, golf courses, and global resorts, Donald Trump became the embodiment of the phrase, "Think big, act bold." But beyond business, Trump mastered something more powerful: communication. Through his best-selling books and his hit TV show, The Apprentice, he became a household name, not just in America, but around the world. To millions, he represented confidence, success, and the belief that anyone could make it, if they dared enough.
When Donald Trump descended the golden escalator at Trump Tower in 2015 to announce his candidacy for president, few took him seriously. But he did not come to play by the old rules. He came to rewrite them. He spoke directly to the forgotten men and women of America. The factory workers, the farmers, the soldiers, the small business owners, people who felt ignored by Washington elites. His message was simple but seismic: America first. He promised to restore jobs, rebuild borders, and return power to the people. And, against all odds, against the entire political establishment, he won, becoming the 45th President of the United States in 2016. It was one of the greatest political upsets in modern history, a moment when America once again proved that nothing is impossible for a free people with a voice and a vision.
During his first term, President Trump reshaped America's political and economic landscape. His leadership, though controversial, was transformative. 1. The economy, a golden era before the storm. Under Trump, the United States experienced record economic growth. Unemployment reached the lowest levels in half a century, including historic lows for African Americans, Hispanic Americans, and women. Wages rose, energy production soared, and the stock market hit record highs. For the first time in decades, America became a net exporter of energy, independent, strong, and thriving. His 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act unleashed business growth, empowering small companies and workers alike. Factories reopened, investment returned, and optimism flourished. 2. Trade and American industry. Trump renegotiated unfair trade deals that had hollowed out America's manufacturing base. The North America Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA, was replaced by the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, a fairer, stronger deal that protected American jobs. He challenged China's trade practices, confronting decades of economic imbalance and intellectual property theft. Whether one agreed with him or not, no one could deny this truth. Donald Trump was the first president in generations to fight unapologetically for the American worker. 3. Foreign policy, peace through strength. Trump rebuilt the U.S. military, modernized its defenses, and demanded fairness from global allies. He defeated ISIS's territorial caliphate, eliminated key terrorist leaders, and brought home American troops. He also brokered the historic Abraham Accords, normalizing relations between Israel and several Arab nations, a milestone for peace in the Middle East. He stood firm on the world stage, not to seek approval, but to protect America's interests. He made it clear that America's greatness did not require global permission, only American determination. 4. The judiciary and the Constitution. Perhaps Trump's most lasting legacy lies in the courts. He appointed over 200 federal judges and 3 Supreme Court justices, Neil Gorsuch, Brett Kavanaugh, and Amy Coney Barrett, shaping the judicial branch for generations to come. He restored constitutional balance and reaffirmed the principle that the rule of law, not politics, must guide the nation. 5. America's resilience in crisis. When the COVID-19 pandemic struck, Trump faced one of the greatest challenges in modern history. He mobilized Operation Warp Speed, fast-tracking vaccine development in record time, a feat once thought impossible. Though criticized, his administration's actions saved countless lives and demonstrated America's unmatched capacity for innovation under pressure.
After the 2020 election, Donald Trump left office under a cloud of controversy. But as history has often shown, true strength is not measured by how one rises, but by how one stands after falling. Trump did not retreat. He did not disappear. Instead, he became the first U.S. president in more than a century to seek a non-consecutive second term. He re-entered the political arena with renewed vigor, tested, wiser, and more determined than ever. In 2024, defying the odds once again, Donald J. Trump returned to the White House as the 47th President of the United States. The comeback no one thought possible, yet one only America could make real. His victory was not just political, it was symbolic. It proved that in this nation, you can be knocked down, criticized, even counted out, and still rise again. Because resilience is not just an American value, it is the Trump legacy itself.
Donald Trump is not a man of half measures. He speaks his mind, boldly, unapologetically, and often against the tide. To his critics, he is divisive. To his supporters, he is fearless. A fighter who never bows, never breaks, and never forgets the people who put their trust in him. He once said, "Without passion, you don't have energy. Without energy, you have nothing." That passion, that relentless drive, has defined every chapter of his life. From the skyscrapers of Manhattan to the Oval Office, Trump has lived the motto, "Never bet against America." He reawakened patriotism in millions who had lost faith in their country's direction. He challenged conventions, tore down complacency, and forced the world to see that America still had fight left in her.
Donald Trump's legacy is not just about policy, it's about philosophy. He redefined what leadership means in the 21st century. He reminded Americans that their voice matters more than the media, the establishment, or the polls. He turned politics from polite conversation into a movement that demanded accountability, sovereignty, and pride. In a world often afraid to speak boldly, he reminded us that courage is contagious. And his greatest message endures, that America's destiny belongs not to bureaucrats or elites, but to the people, the builders, the dreamers, the believers. As his second term unfolds, his vision remains clear: to make America stronger, freer, and more united than ever before. To protect its borders, empower its workers, and restore its faith in God and in itself.
Donald J. Trump's journey is far from over. He has been the builder, the businessman, the outsider, the president, the comeback story. But above all, he is a symbol of what America stands for: the unbreakable spirit to rise, rebuild, and reclaim greatness. His life tells us that the American dream is not a myth, it's a mission. It's not something given, it's something earned. And as long as there are Americans who believe, who dare, who fight, that dream will never die. So, my friends, I ask you this: do you believe that America's greatest chapter is still ahead? Do you believe that faith, courage, and freedom can once again light the way? If you do, then stand with us. Join this journey. Subscribe, share, and keep the flame of liberty burning bright. Because the story of Donald J. Trump and the story of America is still being written, and the best is yet to come.